Alright, what's up YouTube? Zombie Killer here, back with the next part of my ultimate guide, and now we're going to cover Uraraka. Now with Uraraka, she is a speed character, so she gets team movement speed up. Her special ability is Zero Gravity, which allows people to jump higher and become lighter. Then she got a grapple, which can get reload speed up and attack power-ups. Her spinning move, which will get number of rounds, reload speed, size up, and attack power-up. And then your AoE circle spot, which will increase in size and attack power. So let's go over it real quick. By activating this, I can jump very high, and if I grab onto a building or something, I can get nice little floating speed increase. And then I can also do this. Go ahead and jump up, Ben. As you see, he gets that height. Now go ahead, jump up. As you see, way higher. And then that will allow him to try to move over. Now, with my R2, it's a nice grapple hook. If I'm up in the air, I can grapple onto something. Get high mobility. Also, alternatively, if I aim at a person, I can do 60 damage. But more often than not, you want to use it for speed. Now with my B skills, I could do a spin, and when I let go, wherever I'm aiming, I will chuck it. But more often than not, you'll actually just hold on to it until it runs out. And then the Y skill summons up a lot of stuff, and then drop. So, once my ability's back, I'll demonstrate on Ben. So, if he was moving, I could do that to stun him, which opens him up for a few easy shots, and I could drop it back down anytime that I want on him if he's still in the area. I can also do a quick summon and drop for a quick hit. And then, like I said with B, you can just spin around like this and do a lot of damage. The best thing to do is what Ben did in that situation, which is just don't do an aerial recovery. Because if you do an aerial recovery, once you get stunned, whoops, let me heal you up, finish you up. Alright, let's heal you up a little bit. How did you get off this? Alright, but if you do aerial recoveries, keep on trying to do aerial recovery, Ben.
Okay.
You know, push X. My ability wore off. I need to wait for it to come back. Go ahead and heal yourself up. Which for aerial recovery, when you get knocked down, push X. But if you do aerial recoveries, you can leave yourself to more of her spinning, and that's where she ends up beating you up. So it's best to just lay down there. Don't try to recover. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. Which, let's go ahead and switch it to level 9.
Oh my.
As you see, it will last way longer, which I'll wait for it to come back. But go ahead, fully heal up, and then do a bunch of aerial recovery once I knock you down. As you see, it drained a lot of his health because he was doing aerial recovery. Now go ahead, get back up to full.
I gotta re-up on that kiwi blueberry juice.
Alright. Now do not do aerial recovery this time. As you see, because he did not do aerial recovery, he actually had longer invincibility time, in which case that move did not do nearly as much damage. One big problem that a lot of people do is try to do aerial recoveries when they get hit with that, and that ends up draining your health quite bad. Now, with Uraraka, her best move is the spin move. If you ever see Uraraka players, they're more often than not always going for the spin. They're trying to max it out first, because it's one of her biggest hits. And then let me go. Yeah, the best way to counteract it is if you get hit, just let her keep hitting you. Do not do the aerial recovery. Otherwise, it's not going to end well. Now, when the opponent is down, which I just need one more hit. When they're down, the best way to take them out is to do the spin moves on them. Whoops. Like, as you see, I accidentally killed him. I meant to stop a few seconds before, but it's that good for taking out downed people. That's definitely her best down KO'er. And then, even with a grapple all the way up, you still only get 3 uses. And then, like I said, right here, you will only get really anything good out of the grapple out of level 4 and 9, which is the reload speed, because more often than not, your grapple is your movement. You're not going to use it for attack, because like you see, 25 extra damage of grapple when you only have 3. Yes, that's 75 extra damage, but then that leaves you kind of open to get attacked. Which, let me help him up. Let's heal him up. Alright, so after I hit you with a 3 grapple, go ahead and attack me. As you see, I hit him with all 3, but now I have no way of escaping quick. So now I'm just stuck running, hoping that he doesn't finish me off, which leaves me in a dead situation. So what's better is to try to hold on to them for movement, because she can just move around areas quickly, especially like these tall buildings area. She can be very dangerous. And she can grapple up here, drop down, do a spin, and then grapple back up. She can be very dangerous in these areas. And then let's go ahead and heal you up. And then let's go ahead and make my Y level 9. Now, if you're in midair,
Oh, my bad.
like this, you can actually kind of take full advantage of aiming the Y, which I messed up, but for a bigger area. The Y does decent damage, but more often than not, you're more focused on moving and stuff, because as you see, the Y only has 1 use, and it's not really as strong, you know, compared to how long you're waiting. So, with her, as you see, with this, just so much damage. But with her, you want to focus on the A second, the B first, and then the Y third. Also, with some enemies, which go ahead and switch to the shield girl. Alright, put up the shield. Like, as you see, the shield kind of stops a lot of your movements. Which, that would block her car, but because she's registered as ally with me, it's not doing it. But you can also use this to get through the shield, which is a very good use for that. Not that sure how many players actually realize that you could do that, but because it's a ground effect, shield has nothing.
I did feel super safe behind that shield until I was floating around in the air.
Yeah, one thing that you can do is this. Follow up with this. And then, before they could get back into recovery, knock them down with that. That's your best way of dealing with shield opponents while having this. But, yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. More often than not, you want to put float on yourself, so that way you can just combine it with your grappling hook, move around, dance around the battlefield like a ballerina. This girl is all about the spin to win. You know, you want to get in, do spins, and then get out. Areas with high rooftops or close range battlefields are her personal favorites. Now we're going to focus on the next person. Okay, time for Ida. Okay, so Ida is a close range fighter through and through. He has 0 long range potentials. As you see, I have no way of actually attacking them out of my range. He is definitely a close range fighter. This kick does the most damage, and then this R2 can be used as a combo. And then if you get good enough, you can actually pair the R2s with the kick, and you can do a lot of damage. But his, which let me go over the skills real quick. He does have the ability to one-up brawls and carry people to safety with faster movement speeds. And then as you see, reload speed and size up and stuff here. And then range up, reload speeds for the kick. And then effect time up, movement speeds, and also reload speeds up for the bottom. So with his bottom, it actually speeds up his attacks too. So it can be used in conjunction with battle, but it's also very good for running away. As you see, your opponent will have some trouble keeping up. It also helps if I'm not running into stuff. But as soon as you get into the exhaust mode, they can catch up. And then they could easily hit you. But by maxing it out to 9, go ahead and try to chase me and hit me. You can get far, far away.
No, she doesn't stand a chance.
You're just off in the mountain. I don't even see you no more.
Oh yeah, no, I can't even. It showed a glimpse.
And then you still got downtime, so don't run back to the enemy. But yeah. And then if you have 3 speed characters, you can even increase your running speed even more. But at level 1, it's not that fast, and the downtime can get you killed, but one thing that's good to do is, if you have a down ally, and you know it's a dangerous area, you can activate this, pick them up, and then you could quickly get them far out of there before anybody can catch up to you. Be like, alright, get your butt up, we need to get going. And then you can run to the next ally. Wow, I am failing at running today. But, with Ida, the most important to level up is definitely his B. Because, as you see, 140 damage. With 2 Bs, that's complete shield broke. Hurt 3. Characters are almost dead. And 4, they are down. And sometimes they might be down at the 3. Which will just go ahead and pick you up. Now with the R2, like I said, if you can get it paired in with a kick, it's good. Which, go ahead and heal yourself back up.
I'm gonna have to go get some green cards. Either does, he's strong. But
Okay.
it'll help to where it won't go down and you can still do it.
Alright, ready?
Almost. Okay.
But as you see, we're fully maxed out. Let's ran out of the thing. Give it a second. Damn, I missed. It's tricky to get the full combo in.
Yeah, it's definitely top tier.
Because you gotta be aiming exactly at the person, otherwise you will miss. But yeah, as you see, right there's the attack speed on that. But by activating this, as you see, I can attack faster, recover quicker, move quicker. And of course, with his abilities, he can easily climb walls, no problem. Like, here's a wall. Oh look, my spin move get me above it, which I messed that up bad, because I ended up burning out. But spin move got me above it. Or, oh no, my B got me above it. Also, another thing that you can do with him, which can be very good. Where are you at, by the way?
Trying to catch up.
Oh, you changed to Ida?
Yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, Ida is definitely one of the fastest heroes. One full speed. Okay, one thing that you can do while you're in this mode, you can actually leap like this. So, if I have a building here, I can go like this. Maybe leap over it. Roll in the way, leap over. Gotta jump over this. Boom. Also, it's good for dodging attacks too. Like, go ahead, switch. Yep. You can jump up, do it midair, quick recovery back down to ground. Then, burned out. Now go ahead, equip the shield girl again.
Okay.
And then go ahead, put up the shield. Now, one thing that you can do, if you're like this, you can actually try to leap over her shield like that, and then spin, which requires very quick turning, but if you get it down right, you can do stuff like that to really weaken her, because the shield would normally block this kick. And then go ahead and try to throw the stuff at me. Wait, stop. I gotta wait for my ability to recharge. Any minute now. Okay, go ahead, try to throw the stuff at me now. As you see, you can make yourself harder to hit while closing the distance. Get some hits in. And then out. As you see, you just move so fast that it can be tough for enemies to keep up.
It was very much so, actually. At one point, I just saw your name run past, but I didn't see you at all.
Now, another thing that you can do with him, which is more of an advanced move, is, as you see, if I jump down, it takes a while to land, right? But another thing I could do is I can jump down, activate my speed boost, dodge roll to cancel it out, and I'm down to the ground quicker than if I would just fell. And of course, if I already got the speed boost active, I could just get down very quick like that. Get off my building.
I love climbing. Prophet climbs like Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I think that should give you a good example of what you can do with him. Just don't forget to dodge roll if you want to cancel out the exhaust. Just move forward and spam X. Or your current jump button. But yeah. I would definitely say with him, max out B, then your A, then your Y. Go ahead, throw me. And now you can't catch me. Bye. But yeah, max out B, A, and Y. Alright, try to take me out.
It's hard to even see it.
E to be fast.
Lightning fast.
But yeah, B, A, then Y. Because although the A are good for hits, the B really does a lot of damage. Also, with Ida, when somebody's down, he has very low killing abilities. Since he knocks them around, he don't really have a good way of finishing off somebody. As you see, this will knock them back, which if the storm is close by, that could be a good way to finish them off. But pretty much that's his best way to try to deal a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough alone to take out somebody, so they can still get back up. So, ideally have allies that can help you get them up. And we'll go ahead and bring him up here and place him down right there. Alright, now on to the next person. Alright, now we're on Todoroki. Now, as you see, attack boosts damage. His special ability will do a wide range fire attack. And when fire damage is done to an opponent, they will lose health. But it's such a small thing that, truth be told, his triangle's kind of useless. To be honest. It kind of sucks. Because as you see, it doesn't do too much damage. Unless if they literally stand still in it, you're not going to
Sometimes
get
you
that
get
much
stuck.
damage. But more often than not, compared to actual attacks, as you see, those will do more. Also, you can apply burn just by his R2, so you still get the same burn effect of the fire, but with also a powerful hit that actually does do a lot of damage. So don't rely too much on the triangle. Sometimes it works to do a little bit of extra damage, but to be honest, not really worth it. Now his A is a powerful blast that will do a lot more of damage with bigger hit radius and more shots. His B, which creates the wall of ice, can do more damage, reload speed, and size up. And then his Y, which is a freezing move type thing, can get reload speed, size up, range up, and also attack power up. Now, let's go ahead and showcase the stuff. So as you see, this is a powerful attack, great way to really deal a lot of damage. But this ice wall can be good for defense because try to attack me. It shields me, but my attacks can pierce right through sometimes. If aimed right. Also, Bakugo attacks can do it too. Now, with his L1, if he's standing still, it does a massive freeze thing that can freeze the opponent in the tracks. Which I should probably let you finish healing.
Oh, it was doing it. I was gonna say I thought I healed, but I blinked.
Yeah, I froze you in place real quick. You're healed. But yeah, that can freeze somebody, stopping them in the tracks. Also, if I'm moving, I can ride around and make a freezing trail behind me as I'm running away. This is his only movability move.
Wait, I probably have to
which
take my dog out, but I'll be like right
which
back.
can help him get out of the way. If you're point blank, this ice thing can be helpful for attack. But as you see, very good for mobility. Now, if you manage to actually down somebody, and you could get done right, you could probably throw this on for extra damage if you can actually aim it right, but like I said, the triangle is kind of underwhelming, unfortunately. As you see, you gotta aim it perfectly, and even then it wasn't doing a whole lot for downing him. Your best bet for down is spamming R2 like that. Now, one way to really annoy somebody is definitely freeze them in place. And one thing that can be annoying is if you recklessly put up the shield, people might have trouble jumping over it. But let's go ahead and down her. As you see, even with a well-placed attack, it really didn't do much. I could do that in 1 to 2 of these. But you can also make this ice wall and use this move to attack behind it. And as you see, even with this punch, it does add a little bit of burn effect, not much. But yeah. Also, when you have this ice shield up, you can actually use your L1 to jump over it. But you want to try to keep long range. Use the ice to annoy anybody that's trying to fight up close. Slow them down. Freeze them. You can run into them to freeze them. You essentially want to stay very mobile. And then we'll go ahead and get him up for full health and shields. But let's make this Uraka do some evasive moves. And as you see, this is only level 1 abilities. So let's say Uraka is trying to run away. I can use this to freeze her in her place. If I angle it right. And then as you level this up, it does a lot more damage. As you see, easy out. And these keep the same amount of uses, but you can use them way longer. Now we'll just set Uraka to actually try to come at me. At Uraka, I said at me. I won't let you kill Ben. I'm gonna be the one to kill Ben. Okay, let's hope Uraka comes for me now. There we go. Okay, good. Finally got them to go for me. Okay, so as you see, I'm getting chased. Ice wall, slowed them down. I can use this to move around. I can even... Come on, Uraka. I can even do this to freeze them and knock them down. Use this as an actual offensive attack. Go into the fire. And like I said, most of the time they will just crawl out of this, so it's not even that effective. Now, one thing that you can do is like a combination of that, but to be honest, not really worth it. Triangle's kind of underwhelming. But I think this pretty much gives you a good idea of what he's capable of. I would say try to focus on the R2, well, the A ability first, and then your Y ability. Then go for B. Because with him, that's definitely the better option. And just forget that he even has a triangle. It's not really worth it. Okay, now for Floppy.
Sorry about that.
You alright?
Should I talk more? I don't know. I have all these videos on YouTube that are just quiet AF.
It's fine. Now, with Floppy, she has a revive ability. So we're gonna go ahead and kill Ben. Which Floppy has pretty low attack damage, as I'm sure you probably noticed. Compared to some of the other heroes, they can definitely do a lot more.
I'm glad to see her melee does like better than I thought.
Yeah, the first hit does a little bit, and then the second hit does 75. Yeah, it's 15, then 75, so 90 damage if you connect both. Okay, so as you see, they're dead, but because I'm Floppy, I can use Triangle to instantly revive my ally and bring them straight to me. Now, Floppy is a hit-and-run character. She don't have much for offense, but she has a lot of movability, so her best thing is to hit, get out, try to hide, and then try to catch the opponent off guard again, and then do another hit, and then one again. That's how she tends to fight. If in a straight up brawl, she will lose. If she's using tactics and retreats and hit and run, she got a chance of winning, and she could be very dangerous for hit and run. Now, she got a tongue ability that can do some damage, but not much. And like I showed you, this does 75. So literally, if you actually get this hit combo in on them, it actually does more than the tongue at default level, which is kind of funny, I find. But yeah. Now, with her, once she gets her tongue to level 4, she will get 3 tongues, which is definitely a lot better. She used to have 3 by default, but then they changed it to 2, and then made her have to get to level 4 for 3. But she uses her tongue to escape. That's her movability, Her Y allows her to go near invisible. She can still be seen if you got keen eyes, so don't rely on it for everything. Also, if you attack, then you can be caught. Also, if you use it, give me a minute. If you use it, then you try to use a potion, they will still see the potion as clear as day. But if you're far range, like this, and you go invisible, they're less likely to see you. But if you're up close, they probably will see you. Even if you're invisible, because it's kind of obvious. Because you're not completely invisible, you're near invisible. And then, as you level up her B skill, you get more hits, and it actually does 105 damage for a decent hit. So you would want to go hit, flee, sneak back around, hit, and then flee again. Which, thanks to low gravity on me right now, I can actually jump extra higher than normal. But with her tongue, as you see, not much, and then if I waste it all, it leaves Floppy open to get beat up. And like you see in the skills, it will only increase shot speeds up and size up when fully maxed out. So ideally, you want to try to focus on getting it to 4 and then call it quits. Get this to 4 and then focus on your other skills. The tongue to 4, I think, is what you should focus on first. Then focus on your B. Once your tongue's at 4, then focus on invisibility. And then go ahead and max out your tongue. Because the tongue levels, unfortunately, don't matter that much. You just want to get it to 4 first, so that way you can actually get the extra tongue. So, let's get our invisibility up all the way. Now, as you see, it lasts way longer, but if I attack, it cancels out. So I want to sneak around, hit, go invisible. Also, Floppy lacks killing capabilities. She might be able to down, but she's not that good for finishing off. She takes a while to finish off, so she's usually better off pushing square to finish off, or let one of the allies that are better at finishing off finish off. Now, to demonstrate some combat, me and Ben are gonna go at each other.
This car is dangerous. I've never used her before, though. I used her once.
Yeah.
I know that the car is dangerous, though. Me and my whole team got ran one time
Yeah.
by it.
Like I said, the car, it's... What makes it so dangerous is when people do aerial recoveries. Because they're so used to doing it, because usually it's good. But for that car, nah, just stay down. Take the hit. Okay. But come here.
I'm just gonna mute the call.
Alright, just go ahead and try to fight me and come here. I'm gonna show some actual combat with Floppy, since her combat is kinda unique. Alright, let's go. So you wanna sneak up, hit, flee, maybe even go invisible, sneak around where they can't see you, hit, flee. Sneak around where they can't see you. Hit. Flee. Sneak around. Hit. Flee. Sneak around. Hit. And then flee. And then eventually you drain the health over time to where they wear out healing items and stuff, and then they're quite easy for the picking. That's exactly how you play Floppy. If you try to, alright, we're gonna do another fight. Give me a second to get the heals out. And go. Now, if you try to fight outright, alright, try to kill me. I don't think Ben's actually trying to kill me. Or maybe he's just not used to that character. Ben, switch to a character that you're used to. And then try to kill me. Also, let's level up all your stats. Yeah, I don't think Ben's that used to Uraraka, so I think that's why I was doing so good. Alright, we're gonna make sure that all your skills are max level. Alright, they are. Okay. Now go ahead and let's fight. And actually try to kill me. As you see, because I went on the attack instead of the hit and run, easily lost the fight. Alright, now go ahead, try to kill me. As you see, way better chance with a hit and run. If I didn't miss that tongue, Ben would be down, Floppy would have won. Also, Ben actually knows where I'm at because we're actual teammates, where more often than not with the stealth, they will not know which way you're attacking from. So, that's exactly how you want to play Floppy. Now let's go focus on the next one. Okay. Time to show you how to play Kirishima. He gets more defense for the team. His special ability increases his defense and also makes him very immune to flinching. Then his A does a lot of quick attacks, with faster reload speed and range up. His B, a nice little lunge punch, reload speed, range up. And then his Y, a big ground hit, reload speed, and damage area up. So, let's demonstrate. With that, huge shockwave, B, nice little punch, can send them flying. Then the A, lots of little chops, and then the last hit does damage, which you can quit early to get straight into the damage. So for example, I could make it this short to actually deal damage, or I could go like this and miss. Now, when somebody's down though, you have very low down capabilities. You have to rely on multiple hits to take them out. So, for example, once Ben gets back in, where's he at? I lost Ben. Where is Ben? Ah, there he is. Which you can do this like this on the ground, or you could jump up and do it. I like to jump up and do it because it just makes me feel more badass. There's no real reason to. It just feels more badass. But we'll go ahead and down him real quick. But if you got somebody down, you want to try to punch, wheel, and then one chop. That's your best combo for finishing off somebody. If you don't have the ground slam available, then you're going to want to try to do like 2 punches or so, which I'll try to demonstrate on Uraraka. And then the Krai Chop. Those are your best way of taking out. Which go ahead and hit me and beat me up with square. Now go ahead and do it again, but after I hit triangle. Go. As you see, I don't care, and I could just retaliate straight away, which is very helpful. This guy is a powerhouse melee attacker. You can really punish people for getting up close. Now I'm going to have to wait for this ability to come back, but I'm going to show you something that doesn't tell you that you're resistant to. But as you see, powerful hits. His obvious greatest weakness is he's a close range fighter, just like Floppy, Ida, and them. He's not going to be able to do much from range. But if you want to get around, holding this down is your best way of moving. Because as you see, you can sprint pretty fast. Where with this, it's a small leap, a small delay. But this, high movement. So this is definitely a preferred way of travel. Use that, you can close the distance. Alright, go ahead and switch to Todoroki. I don't think he can hear me. Ben, if you can hear me, switch to Todoroki. Okay. Now go ahead and use your freezing ice move on me. Not the other one. As you see with this move, if I'm like this, I don't get foes. Which means Todoroki really hates this guy. This guy can easily be a high counter. Also, at level 1, if that's activated straight away, when everybody's fresh in the match, it's quite devastating. Because most people will be like that. Todoroki tries to freeze, but as you see, even at level 1, he still holds a lot of power. So, with this guy, I would say probably focus on the Y first if you want like a big close range shockwave hit. And then I would focus on yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I would focus on your B for the next big hit, and then if you want to one further, then A. Whoops. But as you see, at level 4, you'll be able to one farther with A, and then level 9, you'll be able to one farther. So, if you did want to try to get to 4, just for a little bit further run, you could, but I think you should be fine with level 1 until you can max out your others. But, you know, use your close range to your advantage. Don't forget to push triangle when you can to really protect yourself. But I would definitely say Y first, because having a big shockwave area like that can be very powerful and can lead to multiple teams, like multiple people get injured quite bad. And then the punch, because the punch is one of your strongest single target. As you see, with just 3 punches, I've already drained most of his health and shields. With just 3 punches. If I was to do a 4th punch, even, he would just be straight up dead. Or if I followed it up with one of these. With that, it's just so much damage. And like I said, if you get a couple hit like that, I did next to no damage. Because, you know, I get a few hits on. But, whoops, I'm actually too close. Sometimes you could get a stagger like that, but sometimes you just run right past them. It's too chancing. And it does 10 damage a hit, even if it's maxed out, so it's only the final hit that you care about for that. If you get lucky and get all hits, it's a lot of damage, but more often than not, you can't get all hits. But if you could stagger them in a corner like this, yeah, you can do a decent bit of damage. But while you're doing that, you can also be attacked from behind and taken out. You want to keep your mobility high and keep your defenses high so that way you can become a nightmare for the enemy team. So, Y, B, and then A.